In this episode, I fit all the front panels, I make a last minute change, and then there's a bit of a disaster because something isn't quite right. Let's wait for the jobber to go. Don't know about you, but I'm an absolute Arnie fan. Okay, so we don't have any inner wings at all. Completely removed, look. Before we start fitting inner wings or anything else, I need a reference point, so a jig. What better jig than the original subframe? Let's slap it in. Such a good investment of time. Let me tell you that.
Much later. 75 years later.
Okay, so I've got a replacement bonnet because obviously this one is knackered. You know, it always was. I knew I had to replace it or spend an enormous amount of time trying to fix it. £8 to go on the side. Interestingly, I have another front panel. Why do I have another front panel? The reason is, it's such a long time ago when I ordered these panels. I think the mentality was, I think I was looking on the internet and people were saying that the full rubber mounted front subframe, yes, it's good for comfort, but there's a performance disadvantage and things like that. And one of the ones that they said is rubber mount at the top, rubber mount at the back, but solid mount at the front. And I think my thought process at the time was, why have a conversion kit when I could just put a solid mounted front panel in, like the early 1275 GTs, the Clubmans. So that's what that one is. However, my current thinking is, no, it's all about comfort, You know, not really about performance. So I've gone for the full rubber mounted one, and that is going to obviously go up for sale. None of it is welded yet, so the inner wings aren't welded, obviously the scuttle panel's not welded, nothing. Oh, the other thing, that Heritage bonnet needs special hinges. Bizarrely enough, it says that the standard 1275 GT hinges won't, they're on there now, won't work with that bonnet. Don't know why. I'll have to have a look and make a little comparison. With your help, we're hoping that we can enter the Jersey Rally in 2025 in our 1969 Mark II Classic Mini. To help raise funds for this event, we have some amazing companies and people who have donated prizes so that we can run a fundraising raffle. Arson Fire, based in the gorgeous Adgeston Vineyard here on the Isle of Wight, have donated a selection of their spicy chili products, and it's bound to blow your socks off. Solar Marine Services know all about the importance of looking after race engines, in particular marine engines, and they're kind enough to sponsor the oil that we use in our little Mini. They've been kind enough to donate 5 litres of Valvoline VR1 2050 oil. Its high zinc content is just what every classic Mini needs. Lee Morey of Mac Tools Isle of Wight, he's kindly donated a tool bag full of quality tools and merch that any tech or mechanic would love to get their hands on. And our service area clock is sponsored by Robinson's Jewelers, and they kindly donated this amazing Rolex wall clock to the raffle. How amazing would this look in your service area or workshop? Obviously, we're going to include some Gentleman's Motor Racing Team merch into the raffle, and our final prize was kindly donated by one of our very kind supporters, fellow competitor Peter Gennari, who's donated a bottle of JC LaRue. It's a lovely South African sparkling wine. Tickets are £10 each, and there will be only one winner, and that winner will win all the prizes. Yes. So please, if you can spare a tenner or two, enter the raffle now. You could win all of these amazing prizes and get us to Jersey in the process. Good luck. I want to do a bit of measuring. So from here to here, look, it's what, let's just say 7 centimeters. But on this one, look at that, much less. So yeah, it does need a longer throw. But the downside seems to be that the hinges just don't go as high as the old ones. Look at that, that's a massive difference. Mini spares, they said you can't use the standard hinges because the distance here is slightly longer, and it's not quite in the right place. So you have to use the other hinges. However, look at the profile. I have yet to phone Mini Spares and go, what are you doing? Why did you say I needed these hinges when actually they're the wrong ones? And it seems, talking on forums and things like that, that they don't make the hinge to work with that, a Clubman hinge to work with that particular bonnet. So it hasn't happened, it's not on. But again, the kindness of our supporters. I've got a mate who works with laser beams or whatever. So yes, my mate who has access to a CNC plasma table, is that right? I think it is, yeah. He made me a custom set of hinges. I gave him the specs that I wanted. He made them up. All I had to do was make up a weld on, like a little washer on the end to make the hinge bit, the pivot pin, the right diameter. And now it all works. So thank you very much, sir. Very much appreciated. So all that is left now is for me to line up all the panels. So make sure that the front wings are lined up, the bonnet is right, the gaps are right all the way around the outside. And yes, that's where a major issue occurs, and we'll talk about that in the next episode. At the time of filming this episode, it's 73 days, 3 hours and 25 minutes to the 2025 International Mini Meet in Sussex here in the UK. And this is exactly why the Bernie project exists. It's for long road trips, lots of soundproofing, comfy seats, high ratio gears. We will definitely be at that event. We've already bought our tickets. But will Bernie the 1275 GT? Of course he will! If you've made it this far into the video, thank you very much. And if you'd like to support our little team, apart from giving us a like up and maybe subscribing, how about becoming a patron or a YouTube member? I make a video every week known as the Midweek update video for these people, and I'm going to start recording it now. So for you lot, I'll see you later. Ta-ta for now. Welcome to another Midweek update video. These videos are for teammates, patrons, sponsors and YouTube members. Your support, as always, is hugely appreciated. Thank you very much. I am recording this bang on 9 o'clock on Sunday evening. Woohoo! On target. What are we going to cover in this episode? I make a stupid mistake welding up the exhaust on the Rally Mini. I lose 27 kilos of the Ignis. We talk entry details for the Jersey Rally, bin juice, the Cooper S timing chain in Motor Mornings, Alfie update and much more. Shall we start with my cock up on the Rally Mini?